Whoops. There we go. Gonna do the usual checking of everything. Check the stream. Check the stream. Yep, sounds coming out good. Get rid of some of this admin. Hope everyone's doing well. Yep, testing. Yep. Testing one more time. Right, I think we've got rid of all the admin need to do. Oh. Right, let's see what we got here. You have to excuse me today. Hay fever is catching up with me, so just starting to feel it for the first time. Yeah, it's affecting my nose. Right, I think I've got everything under wraps. Yeah, we're really gonna have to excuse the the snuffling going on. Can't help it, but never mind. Okay, cool. So, welcome back, everyone. So, this stream is picking up from last week. Didn't do a stream on Monday, wasn't feeling too well. So, this week we're going to pick up on building the portfolio website. We're going to use Astro.js and things like MDX, Tailwind, and whatnot. Try and keep things super simple. I just want it to be a static build where we can embed an email sign-up forms for Beehive. So we already set out on the plan last week. I'll start sharing my screen. Get the right screen first. This one, yep. So where was it? Yep. So I already made a plan last week with, shift over here, with the page templates. You know, I'm not claiming to be amazing UX wise, but this is it. So that's I wonder if screen share would be better. Hold on. So these are the templates for all the page types I think I'll need. I'm not going crazy with it, going to keep it super simple, and I like to create more fidelity as you kind of like go along with browsers and getting it in code. So this kind of gives me an idea of hierarchy of content and structure, and I'll get into a little bit of planning. I'll switch this to screen share. I'll get into sort of fleshing out the rough sort of content types on the web build. So let me just find if I've got a, yeah, I've got this here, so this is good. Let's keep this up. Yeah, so we already kind of got a checklist here. I'll kind of update as we go and stuff. Yeah, so like the things like this, the various types. Put it to edit mode. So scaffold out pages and templates in code. Say we kind of do that the other way around actually, so. Yeah, we want to build out the content types first, and then we want to sort of build out the pages, templates, and stuff like that. Because I think for pages like the home page, the newsletter template is going to have. Well, let's start from over here. So the homepage template is just going to be majority is just going to be React components. I'm not going to create a sort of page type for home, because if I'm going to update the home page anyway, I'm going to be using Tailwind and stuff like, to update things. So I'm not going to kind of like faff about with stuff like that. And probably same for the about page. There's no need to create like a content type around the about page, unless I find that there's more pages like that fit into, well, if I create a content type for a generic page, then we can build it out with having stuff like edit all the individual templates and stuff. We'll see about that. The newsletters template page, this won't have a page content type necessarily, but the newsletters will, so that will come back to in a second. Same with the this is a projects like template as well. So the project template will obviously definitely have a content type. So based on the rough outline I've kind of given here, we'll build a content type around a project and a content type around a newsletter. And we'll just keep it super basic, super simple. No need to overcomplicate things. So we come back to here. So yeah, we're going to flesh out dummy content for various types. We're going to plan our content types for collections. And we'll get to the Astro docs as well, because I'm not super familiar with Astro. Like, I've only just started using it and setting up a basic site. But we know JavaScript well, we know React well, stuff like that. We'll be able to get around this with a little help from the docs. I've already got a repository set up here. So whenever I've got it set up so that whenever there's a push to master, it will deploy and do all the things it needs to do with Astro. And yeah, it will just build it and deploy to pages, and it will end up here. Also, we'll test on like localhost first, but it'll give us that, which is a nice little thing to have. Makes it all situated. I won't show you where to do things as a pull requests. It's my own website, but I think I might do that. I'll start things with like pull requests and like merge them through, so that if there's any bad ones, I can unravel it a little bit easier. And like I said, I probably might not use Tailwind UI. I was looking for things where I don't want to overcomplicate everything by doing Tailwind from scratch, but I might go for that. I might look at the docs for stuff like Tailwind to kind of get a little bit more familiar with Tailwind. I haven't used it too much as of late. So yeah, so we've got kind of like a basic plan. So let's look at Astro docs. And we'll get VS Code open. Not sure where this is looking to, but I don't have projects set up in this, so that's fine. While we're here, restart extensions. Get everything up to date. So what we have set up in the minute, I've got all the scaffolding, like the basic stuff done. Some TS config, so I've just taken the Astro TS config and not done anything else with it. And there's the basic commands of dev, start, build, preview, and Astro. So that's good. Then we've got our source folder, we've got pages, we've got an environment definition file, so we know what's going on. We've got pages, so like the index, this is just the home page with one layout. There's one layout type of layout. Obviously I'm not going to leave it like that. I don't think we have Tailwind added to this yet, so we will look at the docs for adding Tailwind. No, we don't. It's very, very basic setup. So we've got Google Tag Manager added and Analytics. I don't think I've actually set that up yet. Let me check. It's going to be from layout, isn't it? Oh, so it is using it in a minute, yeah. Okay. So it's set up for that, so that's fine. Right, so everything up to date. Restart. There's one update to do, so we'll do that. I think I need an extra screen to be able to keep an eye on things. We're all up to date. Cool. So it's been a while. Let's see what we got on here. So yeah. So my website. Yep, I'm gonna open this. Bingo. I'm not a big fan of. That's fine. Don't need Copilot right now. I'm not a big fan of Windows for development. I'm always used to using Mac and whatnot, but for streaming setup, that's what we got, so we use it. I'm not complaining. Just because I'm not sure whether we've got everything. That looks like we do. Are we using... I think some of this theme might be a little bit too dark because they're quite hard to read. I might look at changing my theme to something a little bit more viewable, but for now, we're all right. So it's going to be Astro Dev. It's going to be npm run dev. Just to make sure we're up and running properly. Yeah, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to translate those layouts that we have. We're not going to just have, maybe layout can be the basic kind of about/now page, but it might be a little bit more specific than that because it's a little bit too generic. But we'll kind of translate these home. Yeah, this is kind of sort of like a generic content page, like, you know, basic landing page. This you can even be just like just a collection page. So a collection page, a template, project, newsletter. So we're going to have newsletter, project, collections. Yeah, like basic, like just page with or layout. Yeah, and then home. I don't think home matters too much, but let's see if we're up and running. Good, we're up and running. So I'll get rid of that for now because we don't really need it. I'll keep that open just as a thing for later. Yeah, so don't, I'm not doing this as like a full run through. This is just me showing my development flow and just building these out. So project structure, let's have a quick look at this. So your new Astro project is generated with Create Astro, so I've been through that, directories and files. Source, so your project source code, public, your non-code, unprocessed assets, fonts and icons. Package, yeah. What else is in the package, Jason? Anything else? No, not really, just that. So Astro config, yeah. TypeScript config, yeah, no probs. Example project tree. Yep. So components, all components in there, layouts, pages. Keep it simple, keep it easy. Styles, we're going to change this because we're going to go for Tailwind, so we'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, so the content folder, so source content directory is reserved to store content collections and an optional collections configuration file. No other files are allowed inside this folder. Layouts are Astro's components that define the UI structure shared by one or more pages. Just like components, this directory is common convention but not required. Pages are a special kind of component used to create pages, new pages on your site. A page can be an Astro component or a markdown file that represents some page of content for your site. So pages is a required thing. So yeah. So what I think we want to do, we'll come back to collections in a minute because I want to store my content for projects and newsletters as collections. I don't think anything else really needs to be a collection. It doesn't make sense for them to be collections. The rest can just be, pages. So I'm guessing the page folder structure determines like what pops out on the other side. So components, don't think we really need to kind of go through this too much. It's just going to be like React components. They don't render on the client. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay, so you can do some stuff on the server side. So when it's building statically generated, this is done at build time, and then the template comes after basically the sort of the markdown like front matter-esque section here, and then your template like goes below. So component template, yeah, and then Astro props, I guess. Okay, so you assign it to Astro props and you're able to use it in the page like that. My favorite program. Oh, actually, no, you're able to just also use it like that. Oh, that comes from Astro props, right? Okay, you're not assigning it to. That doesn't make sense. Okay. Yeah, component-based design. So I know that. Might come back to this and stuff because it seems like there's a little bit more that can be kind of used from the Astro side of things, but I kind of keep it simple and use it for front-end components and not kind of, overcomplicate it too much. Slots. I need to inject a slot, files into component template. Okay. Red. All right, okay, so it's like children in React. So any children rendered with this wrapper will be fed into that. Okay, yeah, so that stuff would be injected into the slot. Makes sense? Name slots. Okay, that's interesting. So you can tell slots. Name slots, okay. Transfer slots, useful. I can't think of like what I would use it for yet and stuff, but there'll be things. So let's have a look at pages. So pages are live. Okay, so they're responsible for handling routing, data loading, and overall page layout for every page on your site. Astro supports the following types of page directories. So Astro, MD, MDX, HTML, JavaScript, and TypeScript as endpoints. Okay. Yep, so file-based routing, easy. So a single file can also generate multiple pages using dynamic routing. This allows you to create pages even if your content lives outside of the special pages directory, such as in a content collection or a CMS. Yeah. Routing in Astro, okay. Astro pages. Okay, so we're kind of going to use the markdown. We're going to use the markdown route a little bit, but I don't think this will. Maybe MDX files will be fine, because I think we can have like the front matter from these things, and not necessarily have it in the. Yeah, I guess we got to establish what's going to be front matter and what's going to be just the markdown content, because I think most of it can be markdown, like this part and this part. Yeah, especially the newsletter, that can definitely be MDX and markdown content. But things like this would have to be like front matter. That is just going to be part of the layout. This will all be like front matter, including that, and then this will be content. Okay, so maybe we can do. Maybe we don't need collection. Let's keep reading and we'll see what collections are more used for. Okay. So I'm not sure if we have MDX added. Check. Nope, no MDX, so add that. Oops, forgotten my I'd open a new Control Alt. Okay. I'm swapping between Windows and Mac, so my muscle memory for the commands and stuff is a little bit off. Run this. While it's doing that. I think we already have the MDX plugin, but we'll check. Oh, no, we don't, so let's add it. Easy peasy. No, we don't really need that. Okay, couldn't add it, so I'm gonna have to add it manually. That's fine. Oh. I think this is just because I'm way behind. So I'm going to add one thing to this repository. It's going to be PM upgrade interactive. I always forget with npm how you do updates. Update npm update. That should help. Oh dear. Is this going to be a Windows issue day? We're going to find out. Got a feeling it's going to be a Windows issue day. Love these ones. What is it? Let's try this. Hold on. Clean install. Okay, so installed fine. See if this works again. I really want to get a Linux set up at some point and yeah, switch over to that and use the PC just for the streaming side, but I'm not sure how I'd manage it on one desk, as small as it is at the minute, but we'll see in the future. That'd be kind of nice to do, so. Okay. That ran no probs. So let's see what's going down. Hasn't updated anything. Hold on before I forget. Let's make a new branch, create a new branch. This is going to be first actually hold on. So it's going to be let's make a branch for updating depths. I like to do short feature thingy branches, so we're going to do one for just updating dependencies. Okay, good, because that lock file was way out of date. So update, let's help. Right. I think I'm going to need to add this package I was talking about because it's going to make it easy to update with a sort of a GUI. What's this? Let's check that that's right. We want it to be in dev dependencies, so it's going to be that, but is this the right one? I think so. Yeah, I think it's the right one. So for the NCU. Nope. npm CU. What's been put into the bin folder? So ls/. Let's have a look what's in the bin folder for node modules. That'll tell us, whoops, what commands we can run. Yep, NCU. So is npm run NCU? Oops, CU. Oops, run npm NCU. CU. I think most people know it as this because of yarn, so we'll do the same. So just NCU like that. Here, so npm run upgrade interactive. I keep moving out of camera because I can't see my terminal. Yeah, so hold on, let me see the docs for this. Check the latest versions of product dependencies. All right, okay, hold on. Whoops, keep showing you that. Yep. So not really interested in using the command for anything else, to be honest. We just want to use it for this. So I'm quite happy to use it like this. Did that actually install before? No, it didn't install. So MDX we'll need to add. It didn't install before, so okay. Yeah, so Astro has gone through quite a lot of changes. Might as well update it to the latest. Yep, let's install all the new versions. Might as well keep house while we're here. I think we might look at setting up oh dear. Hold on, is there any specific commands for updating? Update, upgrade Astro. Okay, so this might be the way. Okay, we'll run this. I thought there might be a process for it rather than just updating packages. That's nice. Okay, check that. It is up to date. Okay. So we'll keep this because everything related to Astro, in fact, we'll save that for later. So I think we'll have a upgrade Astro. It's a little bit more specific to that, so keep all of that. It's useful. Yep, so everything's up to date with that. So if we go back and let's read, is there anything else? Great guides, should be fine. I wonder if it's still running. Here we go, very basic example. I doubt it's going to break. So manual install, don't care about that now. Where were we? Here we are. So we needed to get MDX. Wasn't installed, so we're going to try again now because it fell flat on its face. Where's that command gone now? Ah, there we go. Yeah, let's try it through that again. Okay. Right, keep it simple. Astro, config. Whoop. Right, what are these warnings? So, required node between 18 or 20 or 20. Oh, so it's because I'm on node. Oh. Okay, doesn't like me being on 19. That's fine. You know what, while we're doing, well, cleaning house now, let's get this all done. We haven't got an MVM file actually. Got MVM installed on here. Let's have a look. Yes, I do. So get an MVMRC file. That was a little bit much for just one thing. Don't save that. So we want to be, what's the latest of Node? What's the latest stable release that everybody's using? It's LTS 20. I think it is. Yeah, it's looking like it is, so we'll go with 20. So if we go nvm use, this is just getting Node set up with the version that we need, because Astro doesn't seem to like using Node 19. It wants either 18 or 20 or 21, so that's fine. We'll do that. And then, yeah, so pretty sure it's using it already. Yeah, it's now using Node 20, so that's fine. So what we'll do is, in fact, I'm going to add this command that I always do. So nuke, that's going to be rm, this rf node, whoops, node underscore modules, and rm package. Just get rid of the package lock JSON. And that means anytime you want to do it, it's npm nuke, npm run nuke. So I have to keep typing that long thing all the time. Thought about organizing these scripts a little bit, to sort of like anything that's tooling, put sort of like tooling colon in front of it, stuff like that, make it a little bit more manageable. But got very, very basic amount of things in here, so just npm install from fresh, get that lock file sorted out. We did say we'd have to copy this, so let's go to the Astro config file. I've got anything in here at the minute really besides that, so I'm just going to take that. Hate things being, whoops, not that. It's me getting used to. Oh, right, okay. Windows machine. I'm going to be working on it, guys. I'm going to be working on getting on Linux and getting used to. I'm going to swap over to NeoVim at some point, but I think I'll get used to Vim motions. I'll probably do some streams. So I'm just practicing like Vim motions on things. People can join in, and just chill and whatnot. Those will be really chill streams. So got a bunch of deprecated things. So look at audit. Leave it for now. We'll tidy up all that at a later date. So we've already got editor integration. So all we need to use is MDX files in there, in the pages file, which is fine because then we can. That's fine. Just basic stuff. Extended markdown config. We don't need all that. Just keep it simple. Optimize. Yeah, we'll come back to it if there's any more complication that we need. So we're going to have layout files. So in the minute, our index is using layout. As so. I think there's one thing I'm going to do for like all the layouts, which is strip this out. Strip this out and make it a React component so it's just loaded on every page. I have to copy and paste it and whatnot. Keep it simple. It's easy. So Markdown MDX, yep, that's the front matter, that's the content, easy peasy. 404 page, 404 Astro. Oh, right, okay, we're on the pages one, right, okay. Yep, 404, 500, put something very basic on that. Wrong one. Yeah, well. Like the file editor thing on VS Code. I end up having to do too much with the mouse, but we live. Page partials, that might be something useful. I think we'll get this, use that for now. Come back to that, might not be what we want to keep. It's saying Astro not found. Let's have a look at that. Grade. It's probably something that we missed with it, so. I'll look at TS config. Jumping around a bit, so I'm going to come back to that. Done that. Still running, so nothing. Oh wait, no, it's not running anymore. Hold on. I think we kill this terminal. Start again. Well, it's not quite the stream that I was expecting, but never mind. We'll get all this sorted. I've changed where localhost is pointing to now. That's not going to work anymore, is it? Localhost 3000? Nope. It is no longer that. It's 4321. Nice pick on that. Oh, got some new things, have we? Oh. I have not kept up with the latest things with Astro. I set this up a while ago, so this is going to be very, very interesting things to see. So placement. Oh, right. I see. Verbose logging logs. To add tools events into the browser console. Yeah, that'll be useful. Why not? Okay. This is really interesting, actually. I didn't know it had this kind of built into it. So disable notifications, hide notification badges in the toolbar. Hide notification badges in the toolbar. Not sure what that is. Hide toolbar. Astro preference disable toolbar. I like that. What? Inspect. No islands detect. Alright, okay, it's for all this stuff. Okay. Featured integrations. Okay. Feedback documentation. Wow, this is really cool. Story block. Spotlight. Add spotlight to your Astro toolbar for better debugging. Bug. Wow, that's cool. Nice to have that. Okay, so we're on pages. Getting distracted. Partials. We'll come back to that. I'm not really too sure if we're going to use that. Layouts. Okay, so we were just getting to a point where installed everything. We set up a 404 page, set up a 500 page. So for this, just have a very basic. We'll make it a bit more classy when we get there. We don't need any of that, so we'll just go with it. Just basic thing, so we know what's what. Yep, that's fine. We'll sort out TS config because this is a little bit worrying. Well, I don't want to leave it like this anyway, so. Is there an Astro folder anymore? Astro. I'm looking for TS configs. Strictest. So I'm wondering why it's complaining about that. So if I start typing strictest configs / strictest. Did it find it then? Okay, so it did find it then. It was just when it was highlighted before, I didn't find it. Okay, so layouts. Layouts Astro components used to provide reusable UI structure such as a page template. Makes sense. Eventually, use the term layout for Astro components that provide common UI elements shared across pages such as headers, navigation bars, and footers. I'm gonna set a time on my phone. Hold on, just while I think about it. Time right now. Nearly 9:15. 45 minutes. 45 minutes, then another half hour after that. So 1 hour and 15 minutes. Whoops, not 1 hour and 15 minutes. Yep, that'd be solid. 10:30 would be a nice cut-off point. Let's try and smash through this. Okay. There's nothing special about a layout component. Yep, we conventionally use the term layout for Astro components to provide common UI elements shared across pages such as headers, navigation bars, and footers. A typical Astro layout component provides Astro Markdown or MDX files with page shell, HTML, head, body tags, a slot to specify where individual page content should be injected. There is nothing special about a layout component. They can set props and import and use other components like any other Astro component. They can include UI framework components and client-side scripts. They do not even need to provide a full page shell and can be used as partial UI templates. However, if a layout component does not contain a page shell, its HTML element must be the parent. All other elements of the component, all style or script elements must be enclosed in template tags. In HTML tags, sorry. Layout components are commonly placed in source layouts directory in your project organization, but this is not a requirement. You can choose to place them anywhere in your project. You can even locate layout components alongside pages, prefixing layout names with an underscore. Okay. So I think we saw that now. There would be a slot there. Yep, okay, makes sense. Markdown and MDX files. Yep, so the same. Special layout. Okay, yeah, layout front matter property to specify which Astro component uses to use as page layout. Okay, we're not going to add our pages by hand, and maybe collections are going to prove useful for this. We'll come around to this and stuff with like manage your content, routes and navigation, assets, connect your data. Where's collections? Content collection, right? Okay, so keep going through things, keep learning, and we'll get there to what we need. Because what I don't want to do is I don't have to add this to every page content, every page that we create under here. I'd rather have a home. So, well, home will be index, I guess. Home, and then there's going to be a nested route of, what do we agree on the naming of that? So it's going to be, it's going to be newsletters. So that'll be the root page, and then the individual page will be newsletters/slug. So that's going to be dynamic. So I think that'll probably come up in the documentation soon. So in fact, we put the pages, we'll change these if we need to. So it's going to be newsletters.astro. And we're going to have projects.astro. So we're going to have about me.astro. I don't mind these ones having the YAML and stuff manually, because only a few of them. Whereas for it's going to be a large collection of content, I don't want to do this by hand. We had about me, we had newsletters, projects. What else did we have? About me, now page, home page, already got projects, newsletters, project template. All right, okay, so we don't know how dynamic ones work yet, so we'll leave that for a second. Yep, we got all those. In fact, Just overgoing my thing. We just went past through all the types. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll add this branch. Like that. Oh, you know what? We'll add these basic ones, and it's fine. What did I change in that? Oh, it's just a new line. Bunch of stuff added. That's fine. Yeah, update to that. So MDX will work. Update to no20. Try and keep branches very, very short. So we're gonna add all this and say updating all indices and node version. This is the way I like to I can't push for some reason. Hold on. Push. It's always the same thing. I wonder if there's a git command, so like if there isn't a push, it will always set the upstream. Google that. Git push always set upstream. How to avoid having to do the git branch upstream thing. Yeah, I like that. If we push now, it's not going to happen that way, is it? Git push. Have to reload. Whoops. Terminate that process. Bring up a new one. See if it happens this time. Git push. That didn't work, did it? I don't know what Git version we're on. Oh. It'd be good to update Git so we could get that. That'd be nice. You can see an update command. Let's try it. Git update. This is inside the have to use PowerShell, yeah, probably. Git update. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's in the machine that it's not up to date. WSL update Git. Bit of a smarmy comment there off on that one. Don't think that's really necessary. Get on WSL. No cookies, please. Don't you be looking at my password. Wonder if it's upgrade. So let's see what the... Oh. Is Git under there? Yeah, Git. So I'll update just that. Why is it not taking flags? As far as I used to remember, it was sudo apt-get upgrade git apt-get command package. No, I don't want to upgrade all them. Hold on. Okay, I think I updated. Hold on. What was it before? Two 2.341. No different. They want to upgrade. I'm not comfortable doing all that because so that's upgrade package. Oh. Where's that install command? Forget. It ain't there. So sudo apt-get install only upgrade only. Oops. Still the same version. Oh, I think I might have to update the I think it's because it's not aware of the new versions, or it's not right, is it? We don't want all that, I don't think. Might be a little bit overkill. Hold on. I think it's slightly different, so I'm going to try and figure out what is going on. I think this is already done, but we'll run it. Right, there we go, finally. So, what did we run before? Huzzah! That was a bit of an ordeal. I'm going to turn you guys away for a minute. Okay, so I have to reveal anything sensitive. Okay, I think that's fine. Let's go back. So, diff changes here. I think we'll, whoops. I think we'll look at adding rules at some other point for repositories. There's typical ones I quite like to do, but for this, it's unnecessary. We don't need to do any of that, so we'll leave it. 53 minutes left. Just check over what it is. So added mvm.rc file, that's useful. Updated the Astro config because we've added MDX, so that's fine. Updated the package JSON because we've got some new commands that are just useful little tools, and then we've updated all packages and upgraded Astro. Yep, that's all good. And then new debt dependency. Added a 404 page, 500 page. About me, they're all blank and stuff, and that's just an extra line. So happy days. Wait, I can review it, so let's go. Right. I'll change that in another time. So at some point, don't think we really see any difference, but there'll be a deployment. I'll just show you guys just so if you're interested. So GitHub page is going to build. And I'll watch to see if this goes through properly. That was quick. And then it'll deploy to pages if it succeeds. Yeah, nice and quick. There shouldn't really be any difference because we haven't changed anything. I think maybe if we go to like 404. Yeah, so that was added, and then 500. Nothing added yet. Cool. It's always nice to know it's working. We'll create a new branch. And we'll start again. So, check out master. Nothing to pull, but okay. Probably just some. I'm not quite sure what it is. Oh, hold on. clean, so as you git pull. Happy days. Okay, it was just a bit of a mix up on that one, so get rid of that. Close to the right. Okay, go back to square one again. Everything's just running as it was before. We'll come back and sort out that error at some point. So, I think while we've got everything set up, where were we? We're at pages, at layouts, and we've already done that, so. Yeah, so we're just getting into the templating side of things, so I think this will be useful for just general base layout for things, and then because I want to have like Google Tag Manager and everything and stuff, so I don't have to like manage that per thing. But I think when we get to content collections, that's where we'll start to fill out these things, because not everything's going to be, I don't think we have many components. We might do, but everything's kind of going to be done through pages, and I think then these dynamic results are going to be collections, but we'll get to that. So no need to pull out anything just yet, because what I'd rather do is I'd rather get an idea of, is collections going to be the right thing for the newsletters and whatnot? If it is, then we'll flesh this out alongside it. So, okay. So that's useful. There's different props for the layout, front matter, headings, different stuff like that. It's good to know. Oh, that's interesting. So it pulls out the headings from the markdown. That's interesting. So you could do some bit in the layout file with the headings and stuff. That's quite interesting. So importing layouts manually with the MDX. Imagine there's, oh, it's in right, it's instead of doing it the front matter way. Okay. Single Astro layout can be written to receive the front matter object from MDX files, as well as name props from Astro files. In the example, the layout will display the page either from matter YAML title or from an Astro component passing the title attribute. Okay, so you can use either one. Just a way of assigning. If it's not one, it's going to be the other. So nesting layouts, don't need to get into that. Astro template syntax. Let me just check how things are going on the stream. Still looking fine. Good. One day someone will join the chat. That'll be a fun day. So, yeah, Astro syntax. So JSX-like expressions. You can define local JavaScript variables inside the front matter component script between two code fences of triple dashes of an Astro component. You can inject these variables into the component's HTML template using JSX-like expressions. So variables. Yep. Dynamic attributes. Okay. Caution, HTML attributes will convert to strings, so it's not possible to pass functions and objects to HTML elements. For example, you can't assign an event handler to an HTML element in Astro component. Doesn't work like that, it's not client side. Yep, dynamic HTML, we're going to be using that in some manner. Dynamic tags. Interesting. Fragments. Yep. Okay, multiple elements, comments. Yep, comments. No props. Rendering modes. Basic. Keep it basic. You can render to HTML. Do it. It's always going to be the fastest thing. Forget server-side rendering. Forget client-side rendering. Forget all that. You just be static HTML. Get it to that. So your Astro project code must be rendered to HTML in order to be displayed on the web. Astro pages, routes, and API endpoints can either be pre-rendered at build time, rendered on demand by a server when a route is requested. With Astro Islands, you can also include some client-side rendering when necessary. Gonna leave that out. But it'll be interesting to come back and see if islands would be something useful at all. In Astro, most of the processing occurs on the server instead of in the browser. This generally makes your site at faster client-side rendering when viewed on less powerful devices or on slower internet connections. So output modes, not really bothered about this because it's always going to be pre-rendered. For us, we always want it pre-rendered, so default rendering mode is output is static, which creates HTML files for all your page routes at build time. That's what we want. Static generation. Yeah, so people call it different things. It's like, pre-rendered, static site generation, all that stuff. Not really too bothered about that. Astro Islands, again, we might come back to it. On-demand rendering, not bothered about that. So imports. So Astro supports most static assets with zero configuration required. You can use import statement anywhere in your project JavaScript, including the Astro front matter, and Astro will include a built, optimized copy of that static asset in your final build. CSS and style text, yep. I guess we're going to use Tailwind, so we'll get to that at some point as well. So not really too bothered about TypeScript, yeah. JSX, TSX, yeah. It's all out of the box, very nice. Probably isn't a lot to do for WebAssembly. For Tailwind, but we'll see because there are integrations here. So this is the bit we're going to be probably interested in for Tailwind. So Astro integrations add new functionality behaviors for your project with only a few lines of code. You can use an official integrations built by the community, or even a custom integration yourself. Integrations can unlock React, Vue, Svelte, Solid, and other popular UI frameworks with a renderer, enable on-demand rendering with a server-side render adapter, integrate tools like Tailwind and PyTown with a few lines of code. What's PyTown? I think I've heard this before, but curious. PyTown. GitHub. Oh, yeah, I've heard this, yeah. Web workers with third-party scripting things at PyTown, yeah. Interesting. Yep, so integrate like Tailwind, PyTown, and it features your project like automatic site map generation. Yep, I'll definitely want that. Write custom code that hooks into build process, dev server, and more. So we could have started off with an Astro template that had a lot of these things set up, but for my own learning, I'm interested in, just using a bare bones setup, which is what we have at the minute, and then being able to add stuff as we need, not overbloat it, and understand how these things are set up and configured as well. So I'm not really... We might need React, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think we'll need it for Tailwind, so we'll leave that for now. I don't want to throw things in just for the sake of it and stuff. We've already had MDX, so that's fine. Astro sitemap, that is definitely something we're going to want, so I'll just open that, and Tailwind. So, automatic integration setup. Astro includes an Astro add command to automate the setup of official integrations. Several community plugins can also be added with this command. Please check each integration's own documentation to see what Astro add is supported or whether it must install manually. with the Astro add command and use the package manager of your choice. And our automatic integration wizard will update your configuration file and install any dependencies. Yeah, cool. So maybe we need React, but I'm going to try and steer clear of it for now. Let's try and add Tailwind without having to add that. So it's going to be npx Astro. Is it npx Astro add Tailwind? We'll just do one at a time. And we'll create a new branch as well. It's because we've got modules. Right, okay. Yep, that's fine. I think this branch will be adding integrations. So Astro will generate a minimal Tailwind config MJS file. Yes, please. Astro will make the following changes to your config file. Import Tailwind from Astro.js Tailwind. Yep, that's great. Smashing. That was really smooth. Let's create a new branch. Check out. Create a new branch. Adding integrations. I will start adding stuff to that. So git add. Let's just see. Yeah, that's fine. That's all fine. So git commit. You can tell I'm used to Mac. So adding Tailwind. Push that. So we pushed our branch. Manual installation, we don't need to do that. Installing an npm package. Yep, so that's just done the normal way. Yeah, there was a mention about sitemaps, so I'll come back to that in a sec. Custom options. Integration is almost always authored as a factory functions that can return actual integration object. This lets you pass arguments and options. Oops. Arguments and options to the factory function that customize the integration for your project. Toggling integration. Skip building a sitemap on Windows. Integration, upgrade integrations, Astro. Upgrade, yep, that upgrades everything. Pretty sure we saved that. Let's check that. Yep, so we know that for next time. Don't forget it. When upgrading, removing, finding more integrations. Yep, easy peasy. Was there something back there we needed to pay attention to? I think it's just the fact that we've got sitemap. So Tailwind's added. So manual install. Let's go through this. Let's see what the Tailwind config looks like. Yeah, it's all part of the manual install, isn't it? So we don't need to care about that. Usage. Yep, easy peasies. Yep. Well, look what's going on in here. Yeah, we've got some Tailwind going on. No probs. Can't remember if there's a mute on this microphone or not. Just for when I'm about to sneeze. Yeah, there isn't really, there's only up or down. Don't think we need to worry about any of these. By default, integration port's basic. Yeah, there isn't no base file, it's just baked into the integration, okay. Apply base styles, disable basic injection. So base components utilities, right? Okay, yep. Allow writing nested CSS declarations alongside table syntax, yeah, Troubleshooting class does not exist with apply directives. Yep. Don't really need to bother with that. Class-based modifiers do not work with apply directive. Yeah, it's simple. It's already set up with everything, so that's fine. So sitemap is an XML file. Yep, we already know that. So for Google, it needs that so it can know how to index your site properly. No probs. Including dynamic paths. Okay, awesome. So we'll do it the Astro way. So let's add sitemap because it's going to be useful. Just going to add that. I already have a site defined, so I think it should be all right. Just check that. Config. I already have site. Liam Walsh. .tech. Yep, we're going to install the Astro.js sitemap. Yep, that's fine. But these installing correctly as dev dependencies or not. I suppose for the way it works, it runs at runtime, doesn't it? When in dev mode, anyway. That will make the following changes to your config file and a sitemap. Easy peasy. Okay. Let's see if it did add anything. So sitemap.xml file. Maybe that doesn't happen. Requires deployment, so yep, I think I already got that. Double check again. Yep, already got that. So requires deployment site URL for generation. Add your site URL under your Astro config as a site property, begin HTTP or HTTPS, always HTTPS. Never do things with HTTP. Note that unlike other configuration options, site is set to the root define config object rather than called in the sitemap. Now build your site for production via Astro build command. You'll find sitemap index XML, XML0, and in the dist folder. Okay. In fact, if you don't mind holding on, folks, I'm just going to grab a quick drink. And then we've probably got about half an hour left. Okay, we're back. Yep, we're back. Nice, it's built out some. What's it got there? Site map. I'll just open it a little bit easier. There's a sitemap index. It's not particularly useful, it just points to the 0, 1. Let's just use an org schema. Yeah, it's collected all the pages I have now. That's good. Hasn't done a double slash, which is nice. Probably check that. Go back to running. Set that up. So let me have a look if there's any more. I got a robots file. I don't have a robots file. God, I need one. Robots. .txt. Beep boop. This is another thing to be mindful of as well. Is we've got favicons and stuff. We've got our miscellaneous things like our sitemap as well. That's linked. We've added it to robots. Oh, that's interesting. I'll use that. Might as well. Do it the fancy way. So pages, robots, let's see, it's, yeah, very nice. Robots.ts. Easy McSqueezy. Oh, I see. Right, I see. Right, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So this is I have to go back to the docs maybe, but this is being treated as a TypeScript file, which is then because of this, I'm guessing export const get as API route. I think it's because of that it's being treated as a page is not going to render a page. Well, it will render a TypeScript. Sorry, it will render a robots.txt file because that's what it'll do with TypeScript files, like any things in pages. It'll take this TS file, run it, and it'll take off the extension of that. This must be something for API route. So for Astro, so because we're exporting a get and then returning a response, it must just sort of understand what that means in terms of creating like the robots file. So example, generate files for 2-page website. Yep. So we have that sitemap. We don't really have any. We don't have any need to sort of hide any pages and stuff, so we'll just kind of leave that for now. Custom pages. Yeah, it's fine. Entry limit. That's fine. There's probably configuration you can have for different pages, like whether they change weekly or daily, stuff like that, to give Google their idea of how often to crawl your site in certain pages. But for us, we just keep it simple to the basic defaults is fine for us. We just want it to crawl when it can. There's don't need to be doing it any more than necessary. Not putting out stuff every day. It's more like going to be weekly anyway, so you might as well only do it weekly. Serializing I18, we don't have languages to deal with, so we don't need to bother about that for now. So sitemap, yeah, easy peas, no problem, squeeze. So that's integrations. We already went through all that. Toggling integration, yeah, we did that. Moving, yeah, building your own. So maybe one day we'll build an integration for Astro. Depends what we kind of do going forward. So authoring content. So this is a bit I wanted to get to before I started fleshing out different layouts and stuff, because I wanted to understand whether collections was going to be better storage for the newsletters and projects, because I know we're going to have a dynamic route in here, but it's just like how to handle that. We haven't sort of like found that through pages yet, so we'll come to that. So authoring content, Astro is a perfect choice for your content focused sites, blogs, market sites, portfolios, and more. Astro helps you author and present your content. You can write a blog post directly in Astro using mark.mdx or fetch your content from headless CMS. Astro lets you build a site around your content. You can add a layout to your pages, create an index of posts, and set up an RSS feed to allow readers to subscribe. Writing content. In Astro, you can author your content in a variety of ways. We already know all this. Easy peasy. Yeah, we already know that. Yeah, so like headless, basically it either comes through like Markdown files, MDX files, or third-party content management systems. So things like Contentful. I've forgotten some of the other headless ones. Like I think it's like Prisma. No, not Prisma. What's it called? Called something similar like that. Let's CMS choices. These are all sponsored. Gotta ignore them. Best platform. It's got an index. Please tell me it's got an index. Oh, it doesn't have a complete list. WordPress VIP, interesting. Never heard about that one. Never heard about WordPress with a. I remember a while ago there was a thing about WordPress, creating API layer and stuff, and kind of going the headless route or giving an option stuff, but never actually played with it. QuintType, never heard of. Hypegraph, never heard of. Contentful, use it at work, funnily enough, so I have heard of that. Arc XP, never heard of that. Ghost, used it a long time ago, a little bit. Heard of that. Very trendy at the time. Not sure how it's doing now. Strappy, I've heard of that one, but I haven't used it. I don't know much about it at all. .cms, no. Magnolia I've heard of, but not used. Sanity, Directors, Optimizely. Yeah, I've used Optimizely before. Not for content, but for experimentation. Interesting. I didn't really realize that they had a sort of a content side of things. Content and think, where's Prisma or whatever it's called? Pretty sure it was called Prisma. See if there's a list on here, because I'm pretty sure there was a kind of like a lightweight-esque version of Contentful, and it wasn't expensive. It wasn't expensive. Strappy. Content stack. Never heard of that one either, actually. Contentful. Content. No. Maybe it's just disappeared. I can't remember where it was now. It's not important. But yeah. So APIs and stuff like that. So other integrations. In fact, let's see what's on that list of integrations. Oh, it's just further down the page, right? Markdown authoring, MDX. We're probably going to use a combination of MDX and headless. So they've got CMS guides. Let's look at that quickly. See the list. See if it's on the list here, because I remember it very, very vividly. Prismic, that's the one. Prismic. Maybe it's just not very favorable anymore. It's kind of growing out of fashion a bit. Satamic. Shout outs to Jack McDade. Yeah. I used Satamic a long time ago, and people were like, what? Satanic? Nope. No, not satanic. Statamic. Yeah, that was a good. I really, really enjoyed working at CMS. Not used it since a lot of the various upgrades, and never really had a situation where I felt like I needed to reach for it as a thing. I think I'm pretty sure I've used like micro CMS before. At least rings a bell. Umbraco I've heard of, but wouldn't touch with 10-foot pole by the sounds of it. What I've heard anyway. Ghost, yeah. Contentful is obviously up there. Storyblock. I'm interested what Storyblock is actually, because I've seen that pop up before. Yeah. A lot of these platforms now become kind of potato. They're all very, very similar. And some start to offer better services than others, but we don't be needing those. We'll be all right. So managing content pages. What time are we on? About 15 minutes. Wow, we did not get through as much as I thought we were going to get through. It's all right. We're learning things. Progress is always going to be slow. So headless CMS authoring. So managing content pages, pages files, local content. You also choose to keep mapped to MDX. So outside the content file, import their content to Astro pages. Content collections. Yeah. So that's what I think we will be going for. So we'll come back to that. Right, we'll be coming to that page. Okay, we'll just keep going. Remote content, so fetch content remotely. Yeah, that's nice. I did think about an easy way of authoring. So at the minute I'm writing up the newsletters in Obsidian, and I've got like a nice template for that and stuff. But it's got a whole bunch of other stuff connected alongside it, so I can't just like kind of export the contents of that markdown file and use it as the content collection. Yeah, especially for the newsletter, I can't do that because it just won't work in that sense. There'll be like sections in it and stuff that I probably need to remove for the web, or I'd have to cut out a whole chunk, or maybe like refactor how the file's set, so it doesn't have all the extra stuff in it. But it would be really good to be able to use those MD files. Come back to that at another point. Might be that there's a workflow update we can have for Obsidian and Astro. That'd be kind of nice, because if we could use the front matter, then I kind of got basically one area of publishing content in which I wonder actually if collections in Astro have publishing kind of like dates, so that if I write up my newsletters, I don't want it to be, I suppose it doesn't really matter when it's published. I'd want to have the published date for that page to publish when it's gone past like a delivery date. So I think I'd set on my home for Obsidian. What did I say about when that's all secret projects you're not allowed to see. The newsletter is always going to be published on a Saturday, so we'll see how that goes. Might change it to a different day, but I think Saturdays is where we set off, because the plan is that it's published on Saturday, all the things to lead up to it, and then it means that the Monday becomes the live stream of that newsletter, and everybody's ready to kind of like, you know, watch content on that basically and stuff. So where am I going? So I wonder if there's a way for them to if I can have the GitHub Actions trigger on like a daily routine, and if it comes across files that are meant to be like published and stuff, then they can be the build can run and include those. I'll do a bit of googling for that, but it's not super important for this part in time stuff. So we established all that. So showcasing your content, nice. So we already MDX. We'll carry on. So Markdown is commonly used. Yep, we've already added that. Markdown and MDX pages. Okay, perfect. Content collections. You can manage your Markdown and MDX files in Astro as special source content folder. Content collections help you organize your content, validate your front matter, and provide an automatic TypeScript type safe while working with your content. This is exactly what we need. And hopefully, because it's in the MD file, the pages file or the layout file will we don't have to basically have the layout, the page template type, the layout in this MD file. It can just be the front matter. So this could symlink to my Obsidian Vault possibly, but I'd have to cut out all the other stuff that's in there, or maybe I sort of reorganize how it gets there. Or have a script. Yeah, we'll see. We'll keep it very, very simple to start with. So file-based routing. So Astro cheats MD or alternative supported extension MDX file inside the source pages directory as a page. Placing the file in this directory or any subdirectory will automatically build a page route using the path name of the file. Come back to that. File-based routing. Yep, okay, we get that. Markdown features from my layout. You already know that with the layout part. The Astro props heading IDs, using headings in Markdown and MDX automatically give you anchor links, so you can. I like that. I like to be able to link to sections in the page. Astro generates IDs based on GitHub Slugger. Yep, nice. Skipping through characters. Yeah, we don't need to be interested in all this just yet. I don't think it's going to be relevant. Reach for the things that you need at the time that you need them, not just all the time. Not just like going and trying to learn everything that's in here and stuff, and then like pulling it out. Yep, that's fine. MDX. Yep. Assign custom comments to HTML elements. Importing Markdown. Okay. Dynamic page routing. This might be the thing that we use for content collections. So you put your Markdown MDX files in source page directory, create page routes. You can generate pages dynamically. To access your Markdown content, pass the content component through your Astro's page props. You can then retrieve the component from astro.props and render it in your page template. Static paths, posts. Yep, okay, yeah. Yep. Injects only exports, custom components. Right, yep. Might come back to this. Heading and ID plugins. I think this is already included, but we'll check that when it goes along the way. Modifying front matter programmatically. Yeah, yep. This is a long page. Okay, content collections. Let's see what this is about, because I think this is what we're gonna want. Content collections is the best way to manage an author in any Astro project. Collections help you organize documents, validate your front matter, and provide automatic script type safe for all your content. What are content collections? Content collection is any top level directory inside the reserved source content project directory, such as content newsletter, content authors. Only content collections are allowed inside the source content directory. This directory cannot be used for anything else. A collection entry is any piece of content stored inside of your content collection directory. Entries can use content authoring formats, including MD, MDX, or as one or two supported formats of YAML, JSON. We recommend using consistent naming scheme, lowercase dashes instead of spaces, for your files to make it easy to find and organize your content. Yep. Once you have a content collection, you can start querying your content. Okay. Skipping ahead a bit there, so we'll come back. The .astro directory. Astro stores important metadata for content collections in a .astro directory in your project. No action is needed on your part to maintain or update this directory. You're encouraged to ignore it entirely while working in your project. The .astro directory will be updated for you automatically anytime you're in Astro dev, build, and sync. If you're using Git version control, we recommend ignoring it. Yeah, I think we already have that. So Git, ignore. Yep, they're already there. Organizing multiple collections, yeah, it's just by folder and whatnot. Yep. Oh, there's the camera gone. The camera has gone. Hold on, guys. I'm going to change it to just me. I think I'm going to have to figure out this for longer streaming. We might have to switch to webcam because the camera, for all intents and purposes, is not holding up as long as I need it to. It's overheating every time, so I haven't really got a good way to cool it down either, so yeah. Might have to put up with a lower picture quality just to be able to have me in sights again. So I might do that switch over for the webcam at some point. I wonder if this is going to come back. Now, this last time this happened on stream, I couldn't figure out how to get it back on the thing. Hold on. And our time on the stream's almost up as well, so hold on, we're not going to leave this with I've got my webcam set up. Why has it got a bit of a black? No. For using this one, I have to block out my bed in the background, but no probs. Let's try and get cam link back. here. See, there's more of that than I thought you could see from the angle, so not going to show that again. All right, let's try and get cam link back. How did I do it last time? Wasn't a unplug and plug it back in again, was it? Can't really remember, to be honest. Let's try it. I'm gonna unplug it, plug it back in. Let's see what's going on here. Is there anything on the screen? What's it saying there? Wonder, I might have to pause the stream for a minute. Let me try that. Right, is it back? It ain't back. Okay, I think we're back. Yep, we got audio. Okay, cool, we're back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to have to look at swapping the camera over to the webcam, because when that happens, it is a real pain to get it back again. Might have to, save the camera for very short recording sessions, or I have to figure something out, because it ends up dying, and then the only way I can get it back is to relaunch OBS. May have to Google figure that out, but that's not your problem, that's my problem. Okie dokie, so where were we? Yeah, so we were just finishing up then. We were just having a look at collections, and I think we will just commit what we've got left here. So we set up sitemap, didn't we? And robots.ts. Git add all, commit. Still used to Mac. So adding sitemap integration. Easy McSqueezy. This is quite long, so what I'll do is I'll come back to this in the next stream. 10:30 now, so yeah, I think I'll end things here. I'll add a new pull request. Is that adding integrations? Yep, pull request there. Let's see this. So we didn't quite get to this bit. So we did set up the sitemap. That might not be completely done, but we'll I've had to leave it unchecked there just in case there are things that still need to be done. So have a quick look at diffs. So we added Tailwind, we added sitemap, both integrations. Obviously, there's packages related to that. Then there was some update to the layout. Type there. Well, just like a case sensitivity thing there. By the sitemap. This was updated from single to double quotes. It added commas. I'm not really sure why. Semicolons might be an update for, yeah, maybe what I was looking at with this. A robots file, a Tailwind file. I'm happy with that. Let's merge it. Not the data saying to auto delete branches, but we'll see this through, and then we'll call it the end for that stream. We'll come back. We'll get through content collections, and we'll start putting content together. Because once that's done, there won't be much left to do in terms of like setup. It'll be going on to the nice stuff with theming and just making it look nice. And already had like, you know, ideas of like, you know, from Tailwind UI and stuff as well, and like obviously our templates here and stuff, how to make things good. But first, I always like to build things up from basic content, very, very basic content, HTML structure, and building up from there. So there ain't anything else added to this yet. In fact, sitemap.xml doesn't really go to anything, but like, what was it? Sitemap-index.xml. Bingo. So we go to that. This looks nice. Yes. Easy McPeasy. No props. Right. Before the camera cuts out again. In fact, I'm going to check one more thing. What's the date today? 17th. I have to figure out some of the OBS because things keep crashing and I keep losing files, which ain't good. And then it's just like empty folders as well, so don't really know what's going on with that. And then some things are getting separated out into different folders when they shouldn't be. I'm not too sure what's happening with that, but I'll have to ask an expert. So, yeah, I guess thanks for watching if you came along. Hope you enjoyed it. This is just the first part. Obviously, we didn't get as far as we needed to. We'll definitely get further in the next two streams. I plan to, just carry on with the content collections next time. Understand that. Build out the content types, and then start fleshing out the site pages and stuff. Once we've got that themed up nice, looking good, then we'll be ready to roll. And the streams will be starting in new formats where I talk about like topics from the newsletters and stuff. That'll be a load of fun. And then I'll have project streams where we'll start doing, and the camera's gone again. We'll start doing. I'm just going to talk and finish a stream like this because I ain't got time to try and fix this again. We'll start doing content streams, project streams where we where we're tackling things like, you know, Advent of Code. We're going to do, I'm not 100% sure yet and stuff, but like I want to look at doing things like, you know, is it going to be worth doing like Code Wars, or I want to do some front end challenges and stuff. I've not done a variety, like many varieties of many varieties of sort of like development in front end for a while, and I really want to kind of like test myself a bit and stretch myself into just tackling problems that I wouldn't otherwise get to tackle in my day-to-day. So that would is part of like my goal as well, and stuff, as well as learning with you guys and sharing things that are valuable and stuff, is kind of leveling up myself and keeping myself ahead of things. So see if I can find a goodbye meme to wave with, because I can't do it right now because the camera's gone. What's a good one here? Oh, we'll get the Woody one. Come on. So thanks everyone for watching. We'll sort out the cameras next time, but hope you enjoyed it. If you come back and watch in the future, hope you get some value out of it, and